Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We've got a very tired Shaka Hislop.
Yes.
Spent all week sweating over his power rankings.
It's tough, you know, Kay. It's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
It's really tough. We've got Frank Leboeuf and Jules Laurent with us as well, obviously. Huge fans of the power rankings. A genius, I would say.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my
So here's what happened. Dan told us all he was going on a cruise, but really he's left us all to become a social media influencer.
Look at his model look. This is my catwalk look.
Jules, neither was I. I mean, what do you think of this picture, Jules? Dan Thomas looking all model-like.
Yeah, he should have known better. He should have known better. I mean, there's some people who have the physique for it, and others who don't have the physique for it, you know?
Stay out of that.
Frank! Frank, Dan's always got something to say about your modelling pics in the gym. Do you like this one of him?
Well, first you have to make sure that you iron the shirt before you wear it. You know, it's better because it's not the case.
Maybe that's the look he's going for.
Then after you see a shade on the left of the face, which is maybe better because we don't see the whole face, you know. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You know, I talked to the owner of 10 Legends, the shirt company owner, and he said, well, you know, he complained because he didn't have his shirt, and he said to Julian, I want that shirt, I want that shirt. He finally got it. He must be very happy. He had some free shirts. He's so a star.
And he's so happy. He's turned into a social media influencer now.
I know. He won't live that down.
Will he be back to defend himself on Sunday?
Well, if his social media influencer gig takes off, he may never be back.
What else will he promote?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. All right.
Okay.
Let me tell you, this is for a Mets Mad, and I will tell you that it has Real Madrid in the line at the top. Anyway, they ask, is Xavi a genius still? Jules?
I think this is part of the learning curve, and you know, we gave him a 3 out of 10 for his team selection and the coaching today for that defeat against Eintracht Frankfurt. I wonder if at a time maybe he underestimated that team and thought, okay, we got a draw in Germany, now we're back at the Camp Nou and we're going to see this one out. And I think this is also part of his learning. He's still a young coach in a way, certainly in Europe here and at a big club in those kind of competitions. And I think maybe that was part of it. He made mistakes. This was not good tonight from Barcelona, from himself as well. And let's hope that he learns from it.
All right. Okay.
Listen, I agree. Listen, I also, given where Barcelona were when he took over, no one thought we'd be having these conversations about Barcelona finishing second, and at one point, can they catch Real Madrid? Nobody thought we'd be having those conversations. So you have to give Xavi credit for that. I also thought in the previous round against Galatasaray, in the first leg, Barcelona were equally disappointing. But then they go to take it and were absolutely fantastic and they go through. And this one against Frankfurt, again, I thought disappointing in the first leg. And I think what you learn, and Jules is right, this is part of the learning curve, you don't just turn these things on and off. Now, you know, as a player, I'm sure Xavi knows that. As a manager, you're trying to balance your squad and rotate, and with everything going on, as good a player as you are, for as good a career as you've had, there is a learning curve to being a football manager. Just ask Steve Nicol about his own. And this is a part of that as well. You cannot just switch these things on and off as they had done previously.
All right. Jules, another one for you. Should Barca look to sign Darwin Nunez? He's been incredible for Benfica this season, and he brings that Uruguayan flair that Luis Suarez had.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Okay, I think all the big clubs should sign Darwin Nunez. There's only one though, so a lot of clubs will be disappointed. But if, as we believe it and as we know, Barca went for Haaland, and now it's pretty clear that they're not going to get him. It would be either City or Real Madrid. I think if you're looking for that kind of profile as a striker, and they need a striker, then I think your The one below Haaland is Darwin. He's young. He's got that energy, as you said. He's a really good finisher. We saw that against Liverpool this week. We saw that in the Portuguese league as well. He's having a wonderful season with Benfica. His first real breakthrough season in a way, considering that last season with Benfica and the one before with Almeria in the second division in Spain, it was not, this was not this kind of level. I think it's a no-brainer for me, for Barcelona, for English clubs, for other top clubs in Europe, that he's one for the future. He's an amazing striker. There's no doubt now. I think he's proven that to everyone. So yeah, they should go for him, of course.
Nice. Chaka, will West Ham win the Europa League?
Oh, goodness me. Don't get me to jinx them, Key. Listen, I'm enjoying, we were talking about this, I'm just enjoying the ride. I know West Ham fans are, and I'll be honest, I don't think any West Ham fan is thinking that far. I think they're just looking forward to the next game, what it has to come. I'm sure West Ham fans would have preferred Barcelona just because they're just in dreamland right now. They second, if not third favourites, as far as I can see right now. So it's unlikely that they're going to win it, but at the same time, it's going to be enjoyed.
Chaka was really quiet watching the Lyon game. I couldn't even hear any noise. The gallery room.
West Ham had backs against the wall. Honestly, I was a little bit nervous. Let's just leave it.
He was praying. He was praying. So he
was.
was in silence, that's why.
Kay's not being genuine. I was not quiet.
He wasn't. Yeah, I'm being
screaming.
sarcastic.
Oh, God, it was...
But he was delighted to see it for the West Ham fans, and I could definitely say that. He talked about that. All right, Jules, are we finally seeing Jose Mourinho step by getting Roma back to the level they expect to be at? Where is the Jose praise?
No, I think deserved praise. If we want to be picky, this is Bodo Glimt, and I know that in the 3 previous games against them, Roma failed to win. So, but this is Bodo Glimt, right? However, that put aside, they were fantastic tonight. The 3 Zaniolo's goal, the first one, the Tammy goal, is a set piece, okay? But the 3 Zaniolo goals are fantastic in the build-up to them and how different they are, all of them. I mean, the first one is my favorite because it's such an incredible build-up to it. It's one-touch football. It goes and you lay it up, and then it goes into that through ball from Pellegrini. It's an amazing goal. The second one on the counter is wonderful. Then Zalewski gives the ball at the right time. It's a lovely finish by Zaniolo. And the third one is the ball in behind, and Zaniolo runs, gets it, finishes the top corner. But we haven't seen a Mourinho team being able to score so many different goals like this, different build-ups, different origin and background to it. That is amazing. I like what he's doing. There've been lows this season and highs as well. They're 5th in Serie A. This is good. But let's not get carried away either. Again, this was Bodo Glimt.
Okay, well, we'll see what's next for them against Leicester. Frank, when will the pundits learn not to write off Real Madrid? Against PSG, Chelsea, everyone wrote them off. After Real Madrid win, they say it's because the other team didn't play well. How about giving some credit to Real Madrid for their mental fortitude and winning mentality?
More than that, I think it's more the fact that they won so many times that competition that it went into their genes, and they always think that they can manage to win at some point. Say mentally, yeah, for sure, they're very strong, but it's very hard. It's very, very hard to give some credits to the performances that we saw on the game, on the 2 return games that they play at Santiago Bernabeu. I gave credit to the game that they played against Chelsea when they play away from home, saying also that Chelsea had maybe the poorest game that I ever seen them playing this season. But yeah, you can give credit to Real Madrid, but really, it's more a miracle for me than anything else. And I have nothing against Real Madrid. I love that club. I almost signed for that club. I cheered, every game that they played before. But this season, I'm sorry. What I saw against Paris Saint-Germain for 1 game and a half, what I saw the second leg against Chelsea doesn't make me feel that they're good enough to get some credit. They have the mentality, yes. They have something in their genes who pushes them to the best and to win games. But for me, if I see Real Madrid winning the Champions League this season, I would be very, very surprised.
What an anti-Madridista. Anti-Madridista, Frank Leboeuf. Okay, for Jules. Nkunku has been amazing this season, Jules, with 30 goals across all competitions. Where would you like to see him play next season if he does move on from Leipzig?
I think the next step now has to be a top club. You know, we're talking the likes of Manchester City or Liverpool or Barcelona, Real Madrid, those kind of clubs, Bayern Munich. I think I would love to see him at Bayern Munich. You know, if Lewandowski goes, he's a obviously very different style of player, and despite all the goals, he's not a pure striker like Lewandowski is, of course. But I think right now he's at the level that requires to play for a club like Bayern Munich. So I think this is the next step. He might fancy just another season at Leipzig, especially a World Cup season, to make sure that there's no bad surprise and that he makes the France squad, goes to the World Cup, has the second half of the season after that, and then has the big move the following summer, so the summer 2023. But I think he's ready. He's ready now. He's in incredible form. He's such a versatile player. He can play in so many different positions. He's got an incredible football IQ, the intelligence, the awareness, all of that. And he is coming to maturity. It's so interesting, such an incredible development in the last 2 years that I really hope that he makes that big step forwards and go to a top club. And those top clubs want him anyway. So I think this could happen this summer.
How about you, Frank? Where would you like to see Nkunku go if he goes?
I want to see him signing for a crazy amount of money in terms of transfer to Paris Saint-Germain when Mbappe leaves. That's going to be funny. It just came from there, you know, in signing. Well, it can happen. I think it happened in some players, you know, where they couldn't perform, as the club said, you know, and just came back and have been absolutely fantastic. I think Nkunku can play in front with Paris Saint-Germain if Mbappe leaves, and Jules would be very happy.
All right, I've got one more for Jules here, and you guys can wade in if you want. Jules, Nadim's interior decorator asks, which clubs in Europe's top 5 leagues has been the most disappointing this season in terms of pre-season expectation versus current status? So you've got Lyon, Atalanta, Everton, Wolfsburg, or is there another one that you think?
I mean, I think
Manchester United.
Yeah, of course. Frank and I said it at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, the names that you just read, it's been disappointing for Lyon to be in 10th position, for Atalanta to be missing out on maybe even the Europa League qualifications in Serie A. I mean, Wolfsburg have been terrible, changing manager, etc. I can't remember who is the other one, but nothing can beat Manchester United's season in terms of disappointment. In terms of underwhelmment, does that even exist? Underwhelming.
It is now. That's a word now.
You know, I can make a.
Like I
think the season is so bad that if we even allowed to make up a word for it. Underwhelming.
We'll have to see what Diego Simeone says about that, using big words to look like you're giving praise with disdain. So I think you're all unanimous on that one. Manchester United, right?
Easy.
All right. Shaka, what was worse? And you can all answer this one. What was worse? Dan's glasses or Stevie's haircut?
Stevie's haircut. Yeah. It's not even close. I mean, don't get me wrong. Dan's glasses weren't great, but you sympathize. Okay, fine. But Stevie's haircut.
Frank?
Goodness.
I would love to see Steve Nicol with that haircut and with the glasses on of Dan Thomas. That would be fantastic. Oh my God! No, I will go for Stevie's haircut.
Stevie's haircut.
For sure.
Jules.
Oh yeah, Stevie's haircut.
Okay.
Oh yeah, every day.
All right.
Every day.
The next level. Now, what's worse, Stevie's haircut or Dan's influencer pose?
Oh, no. Stevie's haircut. I go Stevie's haircut. Stevie's haircut is underwhelming. We go with underwhelming for Stevie's haircut as well.
Speak underwhelming. Being underwhelmed.
Deserve it of a new word.
Frank.
Oh my God! You know what? You know what? That guy has to stop. You know, he has to become a model. I mean, I'm sure he has to become a model. You know,
He might have.
He has a style.
I've not seen him for ages.
He has a style. Maybe he went somewhere. You know, maybe he's trying. He gets some castings and stuff
Maybe
like
he's in
that.
Milan. Paris.
Yeah.
Paris, yeah. He's coming to see
I didn't see him in Paris, so I guess he's in Milan. Yeah.
Jules.
So Marseille used to have a manager before called Michel, the Spaniards, and he was always, I don't know if Frankie remembers, always nicely dressed, but on the pitch he was terrible coach. And the players used to call him Fashion Week because he was always smiling with, white teeth and always nicely dressed. I think from now on we should call Dan Fashion Week. Every time I say, hey, Fashion Week. Hey, you okay, Fashion Week?
We will. We'll see if he receives it with underwhelmment. Dan, I think we'll be back on Sunday. We'll see what he has to say about it. No autographs, please.
Fashion Week is back.
Fashion Week is
That's
back
Zoolander
soon.
right there.
Through steel. Okay, that's all we've got time for. We know that maybe you're a little bit hot under the collar after seeing that picture of Dan, so
Goodness me.
we'll say goodbye now. Thank you. I can't breathe.
This is so
My
good.
God.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow, I think.
Hopefully we see it tomorrow.
Or not.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.